See, he does it with joy. He does it with joy in his heart.
The
You know, it's hard to be mad.
Well,
It's
I'm
hard to
not
be
mad,
mad.
but the giggle doesn't make me trust him, though.
Well, once I realized what I was doing, I clicked it a couple more times.
Once I realized what I was doing, I stuck with it.
I wasn't paying attention to him, and I just hear this bring.
Welcome to Kent, Ohio, and Dick Stadium, home to the golden flashes of Kent State, and while to some it may seem like a small blip across the college football
starting my
landscape,
game.
this place has been
Brad, did you see me almost lose to Oregon?
like Lambert, Edelman, James, Holtz, and of course, Saban. And the golden flashes will put it away to start the game.
Run Fortnite.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchdown.
Dressed up like a hot
The
dog.
Bruins offense takes the field. And here comes their leader, Jesse. He just has a way of elevating everybody to play.
And he's a point guard, too. So good at distributing the football, finds the open guys. He makes this offense go.
Makes it go, and just, you can trust him. Everything is available. You're not playing with one arm behind your back. You got all...
Fires and picked off. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. Thought he had the huge play with the interception. Instead, nabbed for PI, and it'll be first down for this offense. As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And that ball's free behind the line. And the fumble goes out of bounds. They'll maintain possession, actually picked up yardage on the play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Now the play fake. Fires to the middle. And he's lucky to get that one back. This junior quarterback knows better than to try that too often.
You know, it's really tough. It's tough to be a DB because you can't get there too early. You can't get there too late. He gets there perfect time.
Make him say shit.
Trying to get to him. Going to try to get it himself. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. The Bruins want to move quickly.
That is the exact situation that every defense draws up. I want you in 3rd and long. I want you in a predictable passing situation. But I don't want you with that guy because that guy can run around, scramble, buy time, make 3rd and long look like 3rd and short, and pick up a first down.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly.
Damn.
Finds a man on the left. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Bruins are flying down the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. Finds his tight end. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job for him.
Killing Bader tries to stop us.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down.
Get you a gun.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. Here comes the 7th
Butch is
play
on
of this
a
opening
fucking
drive. They moved
mission.
it well, but now facing 3rd down. Looking to throw it again.
Played up there.
Forced out of the pocket. And he couldn't find
Don't call the whole
enough
fucking town in.
to reach the line to gain.
I wish I would have realized what he was doing and not that I could have stopped it.
He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep.
And I fucking
Oh,
panicked.
man.
The first one of
Well,
the
now
day
he's
away.
getting
They
his.
did
Now
have
you're
to
getting
send
your
him out
revenge,
3
Butch.
times in that victory last week. The Golden Flashes offense will try to get something going with their first possession. When you have a weapon like this on the outside and a guy in the secondary whose job is to take everything away, it's going to be a great matchup, guys.
It's so fun to see
tired.
how you attack great safeties.
Take care of this.
Oh, yeah.
Do that, or you're going to try to live on the perimeter. This offensive matchup will be great.
Yeah, normally you'd say receiver versus safety, the receiver's going to win. This safety, though, has got the speed to run with this guy, and he's going to make it interesting back there.
Yeah, And way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
Yeah, I killed by
Looking to go up top on first down. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
And those corner routes, those quarterbacks need to throw the ball with some air and put it towards the sideline, away from the defender. You could tell a little bit maybe under.
That's the difficulty you go
doing a good job
you always
sticking
got
with the play, getting his hand on the football,
people to
and
deal
getting the
with.
deflection.
He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Golden Flashes come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Finds the tight end. Push down for the tackle.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you could tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on defense.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
I think a big part of the formula to this team's success is their ability to get after the quarterback. In game one, they had 6 sacks.
He
Obviously
knows.
won that
He
football
knows.
game. They know coming
You
into
saw
this
the
one
chat.
today, they have got to be able to
You
get
don't-
after the
you don't
quarterback and
stand
off
a
to a great
chance.
start.
Too easy. It says.
On
shit.
third down, going up top. Going deep. He's got it down the left. Open runway ahead. Touchdown, Golden Flashes. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. The field position was bad. The finish was great. Great way to answer that poor field position.
Poor field position, no problem.
It's
How about it?
intercept crime.
This offense getting in a good rhythm early, even backed up, even in a predictable situation. Great job
Baby
coming out.
monitors.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return.
Don't talk like that,
UCLA
Butch.
offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. David Butch got some work last time.
Sounded
They'd
so
like to keep him on the sidelines in this
Ironic.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often.
That's
you
what I
don't
was
want the
going
punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more.
Best way to do that, identify where your best
An
players
hour.
are and just
Holy
get them
shit,
the
I can't
football.
keep
Give
up
these guys some touches to
Yeah, you
kickstart
can.
this offense.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. On the ground, it's sacked. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Ryan,
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Third down conversion.
Say that again? Get a weird bubble?
This one would be a doozy
Yeah.
if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Fakes the grab on the left. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Bruins will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Catches it at the 30. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Very little will make the crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one.
No land.
Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to
Start.
accomplish.
That's not a good
Make
start.
this defense
Oh,
think,
God.
put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but
All
the long
right,
pass
go up
is
to the left.
incomplete.
No.
And that's
Go
just
back
a
where you
huge
were.
missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this
See
game.
it on the map.
Ball still spotted at the 34. It's 2nd and 10 after the incompletion.
Move it to your left.
On the option. Quick toss. The pirouette on the run. And he's still running after the move. A tremendous run. He was full bore after taking that pitch. Just sweet execution.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, in this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
He's gonna try.
Decision quickly. I'm gonna give it. I'm not gonna throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with it.
And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Kent State.
And I love the physicality.
I don't know either. That's why I started
crying.
crying.
It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25.
Whoa.
One final play before the end of the quarter.
He went back up there?
Yeah, there was exclamation points.
They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And he'll run across
There are
the
people. The whole town needed to come in.
Guys, that'll do it for the quarter, and it's Kent State on top. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. Trying play action. Moves around to clear up the vision. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. They come to the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. The Bruins will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets a block. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Guys, let's
Now
see
he
how
can,
it goes this time for
if
the
I
Kent
blow this
State
up, you
offense.
fall to your death.
They've jumped on them,
Potentially.
executing
Oh,
at a
there's
high
another
level and up
chip
14-0,
too.
David.
Oh,
This is the
bad,
exact
Brad.
start you want. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down.
He's loose. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Golden Flashes. And once he got loose, it was all over. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
CLA will go back to work on offense. They just haven't been able to get
what's the score of that
going.
other
They
game,
better get
Brad?
started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game. And you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half. And it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other teams some chances here.
They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Caught behind the line. It's sacked. He's there to make
I saw the
stop,
mass
and
subs,
they
so I was
threw
wondering
it
if
in
he was
reverse,
giving
losing
up already.
yardage on that play.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable third down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have two hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? A designed run for the quarterback. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
It's now 3rd and goal.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Kent State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
What's your favorite Back to the Future?
Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work.
Do you like 3?
I don't dislike it.
There's no bigger stat in football than turnovers.
Oh, damn, he broke it.
It seems like a shell.
He's at the 30. He's at the 10. He almost switched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1
How bad is it?
Well, there's a big run on offense, and guys, I don't think a defender
quit,
even
please.
touched him anywhere near the line of scrimmage. That's how big that hole was.
Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bruin.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close
Yeah.
to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Brad, who do you play next?
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he
You
would
done
hit
with your
that
user
big.
games?
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he
I
comes
play
from
Vinny
inside
coming up
his
at
own
the end of the
5.
season after the other week.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit, forcing the incompletion?
He's back to throw on 2nd down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete.
Every single week, defenses know who's going to get the ball thrown to them, but they can't stop him. With that last catch, he now has over 1,000 yards receiving on the year.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Snags it over the middle. Still on his feet at the 45. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. And the golden flashes will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Finds his man. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. And the quarterback is snowed under. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy. That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Unlike the old school thinking, this is the area of the field that is really 4-down territory now. Throws to the tight end. Finds a man in the middle. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. A new set of downs after the completion. goes and throws off the RPO. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first
Spent
down.
like 1500.
Now on second down and short.
Match, Brad.
He's looking to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Travis. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. They'll run play action. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
You got 16
And they've been
left.
waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country
Somebody
in
just
sacks
hit
per
Luke.
game.
Somebody
But
just hit
finally
Luke.
now, you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Takes a shot as he lets it go. Makes the grab. They will score. Touchdown, Golden Patches.
That is exactly what you want from your quarterback. Hanging in there, letting the route develop, throwing the football down the field while you're getting it.
These
And
are
the
the cool
receiver
kids
does
right
the
here.
rest and runs into the end zone for the touchdown.
You watched the movie Ash tonight.
Let's see if
with
he can
Aaron
make a
Paul.
play on the
Yeah.
return.
What the fuck is that?
Good job by the coverage unit to stop the
I
return
like
man.
watching scary movies.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw.
Yeah, I'm finishing up. I'm gonna route the clock the second half here, and we're up 35-7.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Bruins will line up to kick off and start the second half.
Why did he laugh like
Giggle like that.
From inside the 10.
Same
Here he
giggle he
comes.
had when he ruined played up. He
He's
didn't want
got
to play
great
that either.
speed. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? He will score. Touchdown, Kent State.
We just went to half and we drew up all these adjustments, things we got to do
Yeah.
differently.
You have one
Take
after we're done.
advantage.
Unless,
How about the
yeah,
special
Vinny
teams
played.
coming out
I just returned to
second
kickoff.
half and setting the tone. Taking the kick
Usually days go
all
on.
the way back for 6. You don't draw it up any better than that.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line.
Do we get the good one for free?
UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Got the quick completion. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down.
Yeah.
mark.
You like killing
They'll go
zombies.
to work on second
You
down
get
after
hordes of
doing
zombies
damage
in
on the
that game.
ground.
You get horror zombies?
Oh wait, no, I don't.
Quarterback on the keeper. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Somebody needs
Yeah,
to
Brad, I
make
was
a
out
play
at
here. It's third and
fucking
long
the
from the
Murraysville
26.
Sports Complex or whatever the hell
From
it
the
is.
gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout.
Murraysville Sports Zone
target to the
behind
left.
Sheets is
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The Bruins getting set on
PS5
first and
upgrade
10.
for those.
Use the play fake, now to throw.
I think it's free.
Feeling some heat.
Me.
And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the
You're so
line of
special.
scrimmage. Tremendous defense there.
You think you're special?
Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a
Scratched
sack.
out and it says $10.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
Whoa.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him
You
down
must
at the
know. You must know
39.
somebody.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum.
George PlayStation.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose
That
downfield.
was a good play.
Got his man. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And the Bruins are on the move. Leaves it with the back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
I think it's
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop
People are
him just
getting
a bit
lathered
short.
up over here.
They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming
That's one
the
thing
football, try to get that
we can't have.
They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Caught in the backfield. It's Everett. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Bruins are in the red zone.
At the 19. Second down coming up.
The handoff as they run the counter play here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 Russian defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. What a snag by the defense. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Shoots through that hole and picks up 5. He's out to the 11. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Give to the running back. Determined run, but he stopped after 2 yards down at the 13. This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. They'll try to power their way ahead.
There you go, Angel.
Really nice, patient job to find some running room by this junior.
And obviously, this is one of the best offenses in the country, and it's because they get first downs. Top 10 in the nation picking up first downs. How nice is it to know you can turn around, hand it off to that guy right there, and let him go to work.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover.
Getting high.
Guys, that'll do it for the quarter, and it's Kent State on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. Quarterback will audible. The play action.
Well, I did
fake.
run it.
Still looking on the move. Complete to the left. And tackled there by the defense.
Well, it's kind of rude because I wanted to run the clock out, and then I took the fucking kickback. I couldn't just got sir.
They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Chill.
And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. The Golden Flashes with the 1st and 10.
Yeah.
Smart move to keep it on the ground.
No, Brad was watching you not go in for touchdowns and shit.
They put this ball on lockdown.
Lateraling it out of there.
They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Got his man quickly. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Well, if you're
What
on
you did was
defense,
rude.
that's the way you want to get this quarterback running. He's right-handed, so get him to go to his left where you expect the accuracy to come way down. If they continue to do that, that's going to work in the defense's favor.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy. And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, keep the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day.
Low man wins, and he just smashed him. And the runner is down, and so is a flag.
Right. See if fuck that guy up there.
Amazing how many times an
Always
offensive holding
run the
penalty
same
will
play.
stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can
Yeah,
overcome.
and I didn't fuck any of
Takes this handoff
those
and headed to the right.
sliders at all.
And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
Man, this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, and you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat.
I always run the same play when I get a holding call. Get the
Relentless
computer
punt
because I
running
think it's a
gets
real
it
dick
down
move
to
that
the
they call a holding.
This is what an elite team does. They know
Go
they're
around
better.
again
They
so they
go
know who's
out, they
boss.
take the figurative sledgehammer and hit him right between the eyes.
And they just look good
I
every
do